When you read articles like this, it gets harder and harder for anyone to refute that there's going to be absolute domination in the U.S. when it comes to the banks. More and more each day, articles like this. We're going to jump in. This is a powerful one. Make sure you go read it yourself, right? You get a chance to. I'm telling you. They're telling you what's coming. A golden age for us. That equals lots of money for us. Lots of value for us. Who doesn't want that? You think not? Listen to this. Right? And share this around, by the way. I don't care. I'm telling you today, share this around. In an environment, we're going to start from the middle, right? This article is titled, it's from payments.com, and it's titled, Why Banks Might Want to Have a Blockchain Strategy. Listen to what they say closely. We're going to start at the middle and jump around because it's just that much to cover. I got to get to the important parts. Now, this paragraph is titled, Embracing Blockchain to Compete and Thrive. You know why they're saying that? Because without us, without the blockchain, who's providing it heavily in the U.S.? Who has the most bank connections in the U.S.? Who? You tell me. But without us, without blockchain, the banking system as people know it will crumble to the ground. It already is happening. If it's not us, if they don't congeal with us and hand that money over, value over to us, which theoretically, not financial advice, but could create many more millionaires. Serious stuff, folks, just like in 2021. Millionaires were made. That's right. It's getting serious in here. But if they don't congeal with us, they will be gobbled up and lose to their legacy system non-banking financial institutions. They can't compete with the money market funds. They can't compete with the cash sweep accounts. They can't come, even though that benefits them a little bit, just a wee bit. They can't compete with anybody. Now, let me read this little tidbit here as it gets deep. In an environment where fintech competitors are quick to highlight their speed, low fees, banks can leverage blockchain to regain a competitive edge. You got to know everything's in the wording. Let me cook today. I don't feel like this every day, but I'm fired up. This article was great. Everything's looking great. We're on a hell of a trajectory right now. You tell me, right? Right? Come on now. Let me cook a little bit. Regain a competitive edge, which means they lost it. Which means what? We have the golden key that they need to walk through the door of the future to success. Without us, they don't have the golden key. All that trash they were talking all over the years. Oh, we were building our own private DLT. Their DLTs were nothing. That's why they're still crawling on their knees to us. That's money. Wait, let's keep going. So banks, I got to get this out of my thing. These things, like, when you're a hairy person, you can't have your chains and stuff all inside your shirt. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get a snag or two, and it's not going to be fun. That's just real talk, folks. All right, now, we're grown folks now, aren't we? All right, now. So, regain a competitive edge for customers, especially those in multinational corporations. Blockchain could represent a shift. Haven't I been saying that? They're using my language. Haven't I been using titles saying there's a shift coming? There's going to be a shift. Now they're telling you, let me strut my stuff. Let me shake my shoulders, pop my collar, all that good stuff. It feels good when you're right. Of course, we can be wrong. Sure. But it feels good. We got to celebrate when we're right, when we have victories. I told you there's a shift coming. Unless we see data that's opposite. Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. But we haven't seen it yet. Everything is going up. Everything is on a trajectory upward. Come on now. This is getting undeniable at this point. I just want them to hand the money over. Let's go. Hand it over. You're going to do it. Stop dragging it out. Hand us those millions. I'm saying millions, but really it's trillions and quadrillions. But we'll take some millions off of them. You know, millionaires will be made. That's why I'm saying that. Just my humble opinion. You can believe what you want. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here. I'm a researcher. I'm sharing what I found. And I'll share a little bit of my opinion. It's YouTube. Wait, let's keep going. This article is powerful. Read it. It says, for customers, especially those in multinational corporations, blockchain could represent a shift toward faster, more reliable global payments. Why? Because they're unreliable now, of course. A value proposition banks could market aggressively. What? I need an audience in here so I can talk to some people. I'm telling you. Like in the this is just my little studio in my house. It's like, but it just, I wish I had maybe the interns. I could bring the interns in. Did you hear what they just said? If that's not the most powerful stuff that any reputable organization has said in a long time, I don't know what is. Didn't I say that? But I put it in my own verbiage. I put it in my own way. I say things in my own way. I said they would go nuts with the DLT. I said they would go nuts with the staking. Do you know what that will do? Those multinational corporations, these big money people start staking Solana, staking XRP. Oh, how are they going to stake XRP? They can do it through a variety of ways. They can stake XRP now. Flare's cooking something up. Ooh, there's a couple of different entities cooking something up. They start staking Chainlink, different things. I don't know. Hey, let's take staking out of the equation. Let's take that out of it. Everything will be able to be delegated and staked in the future. We all know that. That's where everything's going. They want to lock that value up. They want to make money. But unfortunately, we're in first. So we get a huge helping of that value when it goes up. But just them dealing with it, just them holding it, just them using it will skyrocket that price. Logically, that is the only way. Wait a minute. I mean, are there other possibilities? Yes, but if we're going to continue on this path, that's the only way right now. In my humble opinion, hey, we all have our thoughts. I'm just sharing mine. Wait a minute. Where did we leave off here? Don't let me lose my place. Once again, let me read that sweet, sweet sentence again. That should make the money hairs on the back of your neck stand up. A value proposition banks could market aggressively. And if they market it aggressively, I know. See, they know what I know. They know they've held back. They haven't absorbed it yet. Why? Earlier in this article, you go up, you scroll up, you read the rest of that article from the beginning. And they say the same thing. Oh, because there's still regulatory uncertainty. Still to this day, I told you. That's why they've been holding back. But wait, what happens when Ripple is in the clear? Wait, what happens when Ripple sets the sweet, sweet precedent of a blockchain unleashed? What happens then? Then aggression can take place. Aggressive marketing. Not only that, aggressive deployment. Oh, it's going to happen. I told you. Now, there's a couple possibilities, but there's the possibility that everything could happen fast. Fast, I tell you. What does it do to that price then? I make it entertaining. This is nothing but facts. At least I try to make it. I believe I'm entertaining. I don't know. I entertain myself. That's all I know. There's nothing but facts here. Could market aggressively. What would be an incentive for a company in a product that they're using, that they benefit from, that they can make a huge swath of capital from? What would be the incentive to not market it aggressively? There is none. So I think that we can lean on the side of they will market aggressively, and that will be dramatic. But wait a minute. Wouldn't that include a massive push in the mainstream media? The very, very controlled mainstream media. Ooh, and it brings in all those millions of people that listen to the mainstream media. When they say crypto is good, those people will say, yes, crypto's good, and they will get in. They will go all in. Not only that, but they're products that the people won't even know crypto is behind or blockchain is behind, DLT, however you want to say it. They won't even know. Here, use this wallet. They'll just use it. Wait, I'm going to read more. Don't worry. I'm getting there. Don't worry. I got it. Quote. Ooh, look what they say out there telling folks. I mean, look, I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what excites people anymore. I just know. I just share my feelings and my thoughts. That's all I can do right now. Quote, don't wait. Look what they're telling them. Start experimenting with blockchain-based payments now. They're telling them don't wait. Or risk losing out to more agile competitors, unquote. This is coming from Rand Goldie, SVP Payments and Networks at Fireblocks. They know what's coming. They just told them, if you wait, you're going to fall to the back. If you wait, you're going to lose customers. If you wait, you can't compete with us. You can't. So why wait? Start doing it now. You know, this goes right along with what we read last week, where it showed that there's a lot of companies. We read that article. A lot of companies that haven't yet got on board. And so the central banks, I think it was that a BIS document? I think it was a BIS document, but they were trying to push them to get on board. Like that was very aggressive. I don't want to say threatening, but it was very authoritative, the way they were speaking to the smaller and medium-sized businesses. You know, it's funny, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, you're talking real hardcore with them, and it's like, that doesn't curry respect. That curries resentment, I'm telling you. That makes them want to rebel more. You can't just, I don't want to say shout at the people. It's that you know, that authoritative tone. You can't use that with people who view themselves as people of power. I'm telling you. But that's the way they were talking to them. Hey, they want everyone on board right now, which means what? A golden age for blockchain is coming. Then you just need to ask yourself, who are the top blockchains? Who are the top ones that provide smart contracts? Who are the top ones that provide liquidity, interoperability? What do they call that when there's a connector piece there? I forgot what that's called. There's a specific verbiage aside from interoperability. I forgot what it's called. My apologies, folks. I can't remember everything. We just got through a little bit of this. We may have to come back to this. According to Payments Intelligence Report, quote, modular design can composable banking find favor with FIs, financial institutions. A collaboration with Galileo, 36% of individuals ages 18 to 24 would choose a fintech service over traditional bank for online payments. It's over for them. Unless they become us, it's over for them. We have the youth. The future. They're the future. They're not old and didn't age like fine wine like some of us out here. Some of us age like fine wine. Well, the years have been kind to us. They're not like that. No, they got the youth. Oh, yeah. Golden age is coming. They all can see it. They all know. And 75% of consumers of all ages indicated they would consider, we're cooking, we're taking over. I'm going to read it all the way through smooth. And 75% of consumers of all ages indicated they would consider switching to financial institutions FIs, for better offerings, a significant increase from 52% just 3 years prior. Let's click on that article real quick. I want to make sure I'm getting the verbiage correct. My apologies, folks. I want to make sure I'm getting things correct here. And I hope I don't lose my place. All right. So modular design, can composable banking find favor with FIs? Yeah, I thought so. So they're still using FIs to represent traditional financial institutions. So what they're saying here, when they say FIs as opposed to fintechs, is that those FIs that are going to be competitive that they would switch to have to have some sort of new, better technology, new offerings. And that's what I've been saying. If they don't congeal with us, they can't compete. Those customers are not coming back. They're going to leave those institutions. They can't compete with legacy system NBFIs. We're in a dominating position right now. And that equals all the top cryptos across the board are super duper bullish. Yeah, I pulled out the super duper from the old school for sure. All right, so now let's move on to some more really, really good news. Things are looking great lately. We got a good energy going. We're getting some good, great, powerful news lately. This article is titled Bitcoin Price. Oh my goodness, this is a heck of a prediction. Bitcoin price will hit $1 million. They're standing on their square with this for sure. They're fighting for it. They're not backing down off that. This individual, Michael Vanderpop, and the other one, Samson Mao, they're both standing firm on $1 million. It says, but at what cost? Do you believe? I'm asking you folks, do you believe Bitcoin can make it to $1 million? What do you think about that? Let me know. If you're kind enough, let me know. Trader and investor Michael Vanderpop says many in the crypto community underappreciate the impact of America's ballooning debt. Ooh, he's going there. And I feel like he saw that article. We covered that article the other day. We read the warning to people from the IMF themselves. We read it. Are people watching the videos? We've been putting out some good information for sure. Bitcoin is officially back in a bull market and could potentially hit $1 million per coin in the next few years. Okay, so I see what so at least he's not saying $1 million in 2025. Okay, I can respect that a little bit. According to trader and investor Michael Vanderpop, however, the founder of MN Consultancy, MN Capital, and MN Academy warned that a $1 million Bitcoin price might come alongside a much broader debt crisis that could wreck the price of all assets in the short term. I've seen that. I think I hinted at that a little bit the other day. If you saw the end of that video, that's what I was talking about. I'm just trying to gather more information and more detail first, but sure, a lot of it could be led by debt crisis, but there's other variables as well. Vanderpop sat down with Decentralized with Cointelegraph. I like to collect as much information as possible before I speak on something. It says host Jonathan DeYoung at DKG Con 2024 in Amsterdam for an exclusive interview to discuss the state of the Bitcoin bull market. All right, let's scroll down here. See, I have anything else to say here? Vanderpop, who spoke with DeYoung on October 24th, prior to Bitcoin's recent return to new all-time highs. But I think many of us anticipated it will go there anyway. Like I said, no matter, I said this before, yes, there will be dips. Yes, there will be corrections. Could even be severe corrections, sure. But I don't think that's going to stop Bitcoin from going to new all-time highs. I don't. The future's too bright. The positive catalysts are too powerful. Said that Bitcoin was back in a bull market, that it had been stuck in the, quote, boring zone, unquote, while waiting for a return to the, quote, banana zone, unquote. Quote, I still believe that currently we are on the verge of the perfect storm, or we are actually building it already, which means that next year is going to be big, unquote. He said, I agree, not just with Bitcoin. Bitcoin it has its time, for sure. It's going to have its moment. The rest of crypto is what people need to watch out about. I think most people know Bitcoin is going to take off. It has been going up. You see how dramatically things have been happening. It's the rest of crypto that most people are not anticipating. The gains there. If people are actually researching and they see what is what's building good partnerships, what has a lot of bullish announcements it could make or is sitting on. There's a whole bunch of those top cryptos have been doing great. Those are the ones that will pop off, folks, that behind the scenes, lots of corporations, lots of people know are super bullish. And when it comes time, they will jump in my humble opinion, not financial advice, and those things will skyrocket. So it says, quote, but maybe that's the difference. I think the next part of the cycle is going to be longer than the previous cycle. So we're going to end up in somewhere 2026, unquote. I don't know why. Now, this here, I'm going simply on what I've experienced and what I'm seeing. The support is bigger. So I think it does lend credence to the idea that this cycle could be a little bit longer. Remember, in that bull run from 2021, I always reference it because that's where I came in, right? It was a beautiful bull run. But that was retail dominant. Regular retail people, retail whales. Now you have those same retail. So we lost a little bit. Well, a lot of people said they were walking away. I don't know if they came back or not. That's what people told me. A lot of people during the bloody bull market walked away from crypto. That's what they said. I can only tell you what people said. All right. But we still have a lot of people, a lot of retail, regular retail from the old school here. But now we also have these large institutions involved also. So, so theoretically, that extra support could make the prices go a little bit higher, as well as could make the cycle last a little bit longer. That's what I think. All right, so now let's move on here. I want to get in this Chainlink and Solana news. I did have some silver and gold. I may have to post that in the members only section. I have like maybe 5 more articles actually, so I'll just choose from those which ones I think are best and post those in the members only section. So make sure you check that later, okay? But I want to get to this Solana and Chainlink news. Let me just see if I can move it real quick. And there we go. This article is titled, Analyst Sees Chainlink Surging to $600. Whoa. In the future, that wouldn't surprise me. What's the timeline on this? In the future, Chainlink, sky's the limit, in my humble opinion. It says, and quote, outpacing ETH. Chainlink price has not been left behind by the bull market, breaking above a 3-month resistance. The link price has reestablished itself back in a bullish trend. Following this robust price action, an analyst predicted that Chainlink would surge to $600 and eventually surpass Ethereum in market cap by the end of this bull run. Yes, but what is his timeline? How long does he believe the bull run, or he or she believe the bull run will be? That's a variable you have to put in there if you're going to say something like this. But, this is just this person's opinion. It's not law, of course. Link price hovered around $14. Remember, people, Solana. $16, $17, $18. Remember that and where Solana is now. So I don't doubt Link could make a run. How high? I don't know, but it could definitely make a run for sure. Anyway, from there to much higher numbers in the hundreds, sure, it could definitely do that. This is during New York pre-market hours of November 11th, a 3.2% decrease in the last 24 hours. One crypto analyst, a macro investor, Sam, has predicted that Chainlink will displace Ethereum by the end of this current bull run. Sam says that Chainlink's blockchain agnostic feature makes it a winner when compared to networks such as Solana, Avalanche, or Ethereum. I don't see competition here. I see everybody making a lot of money. I do. They don't step on each other's toes. There's more than enough value in the world for them all to take a big piece and explode in price. That's how I feel, honestly. So now, let's go here, see if the Solana article will pop up. I have too many articles open right now, folks. I was so excited about that first article. I mean, that's huge. If you're a researcher and you hear something like that, you read an article like that, that's huge. Got me very fired up. I had to get down here and make this video ASAP. And let me tell you something. It's not all the time I feel super excited like that, but this is one of those moments. Solana price prediction. Sol to make a new all-time high this coming week. Solana bounces back. Sky's the limit. Solana price currently. Let's see what pops up here. I just want to see, what is it right now? Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Right now, Solana price is $220. $220 sweet dollars. Oh, it went down $1. $219. Oh, let me wipe my tears. Oh, man. Anyway, it's a beautiful time period, folks. Let's go here and do a little bit of gold. I have no idea how long this video it is. It probably is too long now. So gold drops over 2% as dollar strengthens. Investors await Fed policy cues. Gold prices slipped more than 2% on Monday, weighed down by the greenback's continued rise and broader implications of U.S. political events. Spot gold fell 2.5% to $2,617.96 per ounce as of 1:54 p.m. Eastern Time. U.S. gold futures settled 2.9% lower. I had to check the time. I apologize. That's me looking down at the time. U.S. gold futures settled 2.9% lower at $2,617.70. With the dollar index rising 0.5% to its highest level since early July, gold became less attractive to non-dollar buyers. Last week, the index surged more than 1.5% to 105.44 following the announcement of political events in the U.S. Quote, the market's attention has focused to the second order effect since since certain things have happened. This is coming from TD Securities. I'm going to tell you right now. Did you hear what happened to TD Bank? I don't like hearing anything from TD Bank right now. Man, they were certain entities within TD Bank were involved in some very bad things that came out as of recent. I look at all these banks sideways, but TD Bank, I have to really look at sideways. You know what I mean? So anyway, folks, let's see if there's any more gold here. The Fed cut the benchmark rate at a quarter of a percentage point last week to a range between 4.5% 4.75%. Traders now see a 65% chance of a 25 basis point Fed rate cut in December versus around 80%. All right, so now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.